So it's time for some exciting Fable and Ratchet & Clank news. Let's look into this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So there's two things I want to talk about today. First off, looks like Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is coming to PC. And also, we may actually see Fable at Xbox Game Showcase next month. So let's start with Ratchet & Clank news, okay? So this is the, screenshot I took from Steam, so that's on PC. And that kind of confirms that Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, a PlayStation 5 exclusive, is coming to PC. Official Steam website says that it's planned release date 26th of July 2023. So it's not really a long of a wait anymore. But there's actually more, and there's actually a lot of good news, because this is the official PlayStation account, which pretty much confirmed that Ratchet & Clank is coming to PC. And as you can see, they say Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart comes to PC July 26th as Nixxes Software collaborates with Insomnia Games to bring the interdimensional adventure to ultra-widescreen monitors everywhere. And there's obviously more details on the story, so we will find the link to this in the description below if you actually want to read more, because there's, they basically talk about like PC features. So they confirmed ray tracing, reflections and shadows. They confirmed NVIDIA DLSS support, AMD's FSR support too, I think, and a couple of other PC features, I guess, like making this game even better than on PlayStation 5. So far, I did check. There's no information on specs, so it's really difficult to say. I remember that this was one of the games that Sony and Insomnia Games were saying that it requires this super fast PlayStation 5 SSD. So I'm kind of curious whether that will be a requirement on PC too, or maybe they will just require more RAM. That may be a workaround on PC. We don't really know. So I'm really looking forward to that. I haven't played that game on PlayStation, never had a chance. So I did play the previous installments on PlayStation 3, I remember, and also on emulators. Like you can actually play all these. As you can see, they actually also confirmed the Intel Access, so Intel version of upscaling. So I also play, you can play a lot of these games on emulators these days too. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. So last thing I want to say on this news is that it's a very good news that Nixxes Software is working on that PC port, because Nixxes is actually known for a very good optimization and that kind of stuff, right? We all remember what happened with The Last of Us Part 1 on PC. That was Iron Galaxy that handled the port. They fixed a lot of bugs and a lot of performance issues right now, but it took them like a couple of months, right? So I'm actually hoping for a very good PC port, because Nixxes is actually working on that port, and now they are owned by PlayStation, so they probably know more about PlayStation 5 too. So hopefully, let's hope that this will translate to better optimization of these PlayStation 5 games on PC too. So that's the first news, and the second one, I guess a little bit more exciting, and is this, like, Xbox account basically posted this kind of short video, as you can see, basically showing, basically a trail of glitter. Now, interestingly enough, and I'm not sure if you will actually hear that, probably not. I didn't incorporate sound into this video, sorry about that. But if you will find the link to this Twitter post, so you can actually also hear the sound. There's music, and this music reminds everyone of Fable. And also this glitter of trail of glitter reminds well, a lot of people the Fable, where you would be led to, like, you know, your objectives and that kind of stuff, right? So that's kind of similar. So a lot of people got very excited about this particular, you know, tweet suggesting that we may actually see Fable at the show. Obviously, this is not like official confirmation of that, because what they really do here is just they are hyping up everyone for the show and stuff, right? But you know, like, yeah, the references to that, you know, to Fable are pretty strong with this one, I guess. I know that some people said that this glitter is basically the part of the Xbox Game Showcase kind of screen, and you can see this kind of like glitter over here too. But I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, like, I would love to see more of Fable. I did enjoy the previous games. I didn't play the Kinect one, I guess, only. But there's one thing I want to say straight away. If we were to see only another CGI, Microsoft don't bother. Because here's my take on, I guess, game announcements. I'm totally fine with CGIs if you are presenting, if you're announcing a game for the very first time. So a game can be, you know, it may be 2-3 years from being released. So it kind of makes sense to show CGI, because, you know, graphics in that kind of productions that early in production is probably not the best still. So it makes no sense to show gameplay. But the second presentation of that game, I want gameplay. So if you're not ready, if you don't have gameplay of Fable, don't show it at all. Show it when it's ready. Show it when you are ready to show it in its full glory and, you know, closer to being released. Because that's another thing. I get that everyone is super hyped about Fable and that kind of stuff. But, you know, the question is, are we going to be waiting? Are we going to wait a long time for that game still? Because if they are planning to release this game in 2025, I'm not necessarily sure if it actually makes sense to show anything right now, because in 2 years, a lot of stuff can change. So I'm just saying, like, you don't like, maybe they could show us in-game footage, but not necessarily gameplay, but in-game cutscene. That's possible. So I guess I could go with that, maybe, if it's in-engine. You know, remember when Hellblade 2 was announced? What they shown there, that was not a CGI, that was actually in-engine demo. So even though that was not really representative of the actual game per se, that was at least it was showing all the assets and how the game actually really looks. Because obviously, if you check the Fable trailer from back in 2020, I think, that was just pure CGI. Like, yeah, the art style probably is going to be similar, I guess, but that's not really based on the in-engine kind of graphics, if you know what I mean, right? So, like, I'm just saying, like, I want to see more than just CGI. I guess I would be totally fine with in-engine cutscene, for example, right? I mean, something from the game, not, but I don't want to see another CGI. That's what I'm saying. So if Xbox, if you're not ready, if you don't have something proper from the actual game, don't show that game at all. That's just my opinion, because I mean, what's the point of like showing, you know, CGIs all the time? Like, makes no sense. Same with Contraband. Like, we've seen CGI, but that doesn't really tell us much about the game per se, right? So, you know, that's my take on it. But listen, you know, if they've got gameplay or at least something in engine, I'm totally fine with it, and I'm actually looking forward to it then. So anyway, guys, that's the news. That's the two things I wanted to really talk about. There's actually more coming soon. There's probably going to be a ton of leaks and everything about this show. I may actually do a proper prediction video later this week, Saturday, Sunday, maybe, we'll see. And because looks like we may actually see quite a lot of interesting stuff during the show. Realistically speaking, not overhyping stuff, right? Updates on games and that kind of stuff. Stuff what that Phil Spencer pretty much confirmed. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.